How's it going, ladies and bruises? I'm Bobby Sixkilla. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. It's nearly night time and I don't know what we're gonna do. We've got nowhere to live, nowhere to sleep. I have no money. Like, I've got like $7, but I ain't got really nothing. I don't know what to do. Can I have that? Hear the distant squall of seabirds. What is this? Money? $1.75? I'm not gonna make 200 bucks like this, man. It's gonna take forever to make 200 bucks like that. Or however much I owe them. It was like that much, wasn't it? A splatter of bullet holes in the wall. Esprit de corps. The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname. Kim, look! Bullet holes! Where? He looks around. Point to the chips in the wall. Someone's been shot. We're cops. We should solve it. There. He looks into the wall. Those are old. What do you mean old? Those bullets were fired during the Revolution. Over half a century ago. They don't warrant investigation. Okay, what can you tell me about the Revolution? Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Shall we go? Okay, who's this guy? There's still people to talk to. And see, I've got nowhere to sleep. I might as well just keep talking to people, I guess. Hey, where did that man go? Spirited chirps and clicks of swallows fill the air. There was a man there and now he's gone. How did he manage that? He must be a ghost. Oh dear. Oh, what do we got here? It's cigarettes. I'm not gonna smoke them though. Can I sleep in the back of your truck?
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind?
Care to spare some change for a working stiff? Ha! Sudden financial duties snap him out of his doze. Oh no, I ain't got any money. They want to pay for unfinished work. They who? The bosses, man. Makes sense. First, who are these I don't know who these bosses think they are. It sounds like a good arrangement for them. It sure ain't good for me, or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down on his luck if I had any. If I had, say, 4 myself. Huh, alright, what's next? Let's check our list of shit to do. Can't do that yet. Armor pieces. The boots, we still don't know how to do that. Who else has unauthorized access to the whirling trash? Find this person, you'll know who tampered with the scene. May take a while. Track down your gun, track down your badge. I feel like those might be inside. We haven't been back inside since the very beginning. Should we go back inside? I mean, might as well. Got nowhere else to go. We can talk to these people at least, I guess. There's heaps of people here.
Hello again, sweetie. I see you met up with your colleague.
Lieutenant nods politely. Does that mean you like me?
You are a handsome man, officer, with your moustache and your chiseled jaw, and that silly dimple on your chin. But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling. This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot. Sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money? Her expression becomes very serious. Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck? We've got guns of steel and a chisel drawer and maybe somewhere under the bloated alcohol layer. Maybe she'd like to sponsor you. Tugging her heartstrings? Oh god. What's a paycheck? I haven't seen any paychecks. You must be joking. He pauses, reflecting. Although our pay does sometimes feel like a joke. It's not easy to assert your right to a decent living wage when you don't have a strong union behind you. Maybe you should talk to Everett, the union leader. I was hoping he could be my sponsor. Oh, I'm sure that would make a wonderful. You'd make a wonderful gigolo, dear, with those strong arms of yours. But welfare checks aren't all they're cracked up to be. My husband and I are barely scraping by. She's not really lusting after those biceps, man. It's more like an appraisal you give to a healthy specimen. Tugging her heartstrings? Of course, I shouldn't have asked you, stupid me. Officer, he leans in so that only you hear, but his tone is forceful. Get a hold of yourself, please. Can we go now? Let's talk to this guy. What is this? Any of you talk? You must talk. Well, you talk. Don't know about this guy. It's all about money, you know. This guy talks. The man is sleeping at the table, wearing mud-cracked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads, Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree. He looks like one with a table. It'll take some effort to wake him up. On the counter, rolled out of his hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. Wake him up. There's only one way to awake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane, rip the buildings from the earth. Wake up. This is an order. I am the law. The 30-something man slowly lifts his head and gives you a pensive look. Why are they yelling, man? Looks like a sow descendant. A lot of sow dock workers around here. I need you to answer some questions right now. Really? You wrote me up for that? The worker gives you a vacant stare. He groans. Fine, what is it, officer? Tell me about Wild Pines. The name of my employer. I work in logistics. How's that going? How's it going? The dock worker lets out a big yawn and stares at the cafeteria terrace doors. Some fingerprints glisten on the glass. Have you noticed what's going on outside? Of course, it's a total madhouse. Good, then you understand the gist of it. We would be better off without the employers and their employment. If I want, I could get some goddamn shut-eye. He rubs his eyes and then let his head fall back on the table. Right to sleep, I say. Why are you sleeping here while the others are out striking? They got it. Measurehead's got it. He's guarding the gate. I'm just getting some sleep. Or was. The way he says Measurehead implies ultimate trust in this head reckoner's physical prowess. Who's behind organising the strike? We are. The workers. The union. We know what we need. What's right for us. You mean there's no leader? Okay, I guess there's also Everett. He's in charge of the union. He's smart. Knows how to negotiate. He's got our back. What about the dead body in the yard? Yeah, what about it? Just trying to figure out what you know about it. You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another one falls in a manhole, a third one gets eaten by stray dogs, he respites. If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it of my concern? Someone has to look into it. Looks like I'm that someone. Tell me what you know. I can tell you this, trouble's ahead. I have a pretty solid feeling that man is not just mouthing off. He's strong, but even he has reasons to be cautious here. The trouble's already here. Or how else would you call a dead man hanging from a tree? They say your guy was a killer. Your tree man? He has friends. Same as him. Killers. There's only one thing they know. Well. How to wreak havoc. You're saying things might get more violent around here. You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it that way. The lieutenant gives you a little nod and makes a note in his little blue book. Yours? Point at the bottle and the spilt rum. Indeed. Help yourself to some, he blinks. Wait, no, it's empty. Sorry about that, pal. See anything interesting in your dreams? Thank God, no. Was it a fathomless darkness into which we ought to be deferred, like corpses into a mausoleum? The worker stares at you, eyes dry from sleep, a web of wrinkles covered his tanned forehead. I know what you're talking about, kind sir. When I'm out, then I'm really out. No corpses, no mausoleums, just quality time. Fuck sleep, despite the headaches and the queasiness, you feel like you got at least a 10 kilometer run in you. Alright, I'll let you sleep. The dock worker doesn't answer, his head already back down on the table in sweet sleep. That was pretty handy. We learned something about the guy at least. This shit's about to go pear-shaped. The soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone's working. It's good, I guess.
Can I help you?
So about that money I owe. How much I owe you again? A lot. A lot. For the room, drinks, broken window, 130 real. Okay, I'll remember that. I've seen something here at the Whirling Gatu. A thing I need to talk about. He rolls his eyes. What thing? I saw a sign that said the mess hall was reserved for the Union. Yes. Not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. He tosses his head in disdain. They come here in the evenings, dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit, but they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time. He gives you a meaningful nod. We should find out who the loud faction is occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. How do we find them? We don't, we just have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. He looks toward the booth. Men are hungry, even men on strike. It's after 1600. The sign says reserved starting 1600. Why isn't anyone in the mess hall? Good question. He turns to the cafeteria manager. They're probably getting drunk or protesting something somewhere, or laying low until after the, lynching. Why is that? They probably fucking killed a guy or something, that's why. The lieutenant thinks. I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance sooner or later. Something else I want to ask about. What? You feel like you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later. Do we have something else? No. Alright. So I need to find our badge and shit. Why is it so dark in here? An aroma of spices and alcohol and tomato hangs in the air. It's a weird mix. You see a heavy steel door with a permanent dimple lock. It's painted blue. I wonder where this door leads. You do? The lieutenant regards you with patient skepticism. There's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? It's part of the Whirling and Rags. There's something about this place that makes me want to know. Eccentric, but okay. I suppose we could look into it as a side investigation. Yes, a mini side investigation. He looks at you, then at the door. Gata has a person to ask about this, the cafeteria manager. Push the door. The door doesn't budge. Touch the door. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to the touch. The stainless steel is door flush with its frame on every side. It leads to a side building adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever's behind it must be older. I guess we'll talk to Gate about it then. Maybe our stuff is at our room.
Can I help you?
No? There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen. Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door, he shrugs. You know what's behind it? Do you have... No, I don't have a key, and I don't know how to get there, and I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust. He runs his finger across the counter to check for dirt. He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing. I think you'd like to know what's back there. Fine, okay, a little. He shrugs, but my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though. After the animals. And I haven't found a key. So good luck with that. Okay. Let's go upstairs. We'll check out the top. If we can find our badge, we can make headway with that lady on the boat. That would be super. Knock. You hear the shower being turned on somewhere inside. Knock again. Knock again much harder. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. You should punch a fucking hole in it. Suppress the urge. My god, try the handle. The door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. As you hold the metal, you sense a warmth left there by her hand. Is this lady still home? Is she home? She is not home. What have we got here? Something in our room. We can't get back in our room? Oh, because we haven't paid. Can I get in through the window? I wonder. No, there's no way we can get in through the window. God damn it. That would have been awesome, though. We need 130 real. That's problematic. There's stuff in there. much money have I got? Not 130 real, I know that. What else have we got? What are we carrying that might be useful? This one's +1 suggestion, -1 half-light. That's a jacket, right? Okay. Has everything got -1 on it as well? That's kind of annoying. Blue oblong pen. Postcard. Cigarettes. Collect tear from the streets. Ooh. And then we can sell stuff and then we can make money? Is that how it works? I hope so. I see coins or something. It's only 50 cents, but I guess it's better than nothing. What the hell are we going to do about money? I guess we'll go collect stuff to sell if we can, or something. We don't really have anything we can actually do here now, do we? Is this place still open? Nope. Shit, everything's closing. We are pooky parked. Does it say how much money we've got? Because as far as I can tell, it's nothing. Explore the whirling secret passages. Ooh. Find out who's in the union box. They're not there today, most likely they'll show up eventually, okay. Where are we going to go then? Who are we going to talk to? What are we going to do? We're going to waste an entire night because we can't sleep. Do I have anything new to talk to you about?
Right to work! Right to work!
No, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I changed my mind. Oh, what do we got here? Grad Factory of Magnets and Miracles U49. A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy grad made machine is well kept for such an old machine. Look in the window. The windows are clear, and they've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. What kind of stickers and insignia? The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honour, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. A large metal pendant hangs from the rearview mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays. This is a seal of the Royalist era Revocol. What about the back seat? The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. Can I sleep here? A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large muscular man. The title reads, Man from Hyumdal and the Lost City of the Pygmies. Racist nationalist paraphernalia, he grits his teeth. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. The lieutenant nods towards the racist lorry driver. You think this lorry belongs to our tough guy? Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine. He was acting tough before. This probably scared him a bit. Who knows when it will come in handy. A slightly scared racist lorryman. We'll keep a mind out on that one. Maybe we should talk to Kim. We haven't talked to Kim in a while. What do we got here? Got $1 there. You won't talk to me, eh? Nope. That's cool. Don't want to bother you then. And we can get back quickly this way, which is nice. What now? Are you gonna stay here all night as well? I don't know who to talk to.
Hello again, officer. How are...
No, we're good. We're good. She's got nothing to say. Is Kuno still out there at this time of night? Probably. You see a set of tyre tracks and the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. Visual calculus. Reconstruct the movement. 72%. Are you serious? 72%? No, these tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away. What kind of vehicle drove through here? Hard to say. Your vision is blurred, and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover. Why am I looking at this? Cop habit. You look at everything. This isn't case related, you think? Damn it. We could have had that one. 72%. Oh, this is because of perception. Because I boosted perception, right? Now I can see new things. There are several footprints in the mud left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. 72%. Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots are shuffled back and forth in the mud. Go over them one by one. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes. Number 46. No, 44. Standard hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes. Number 43. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46? Wait, which is it? You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. Count more. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot but number 41. Male or female? Impossible to tell. Could have also been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped. Pretty good this, aren't I? You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkness, everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it. In a strange, beautiful way. Count the rest. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46, but the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. Whoa. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. However, the right sole is smoother, more worn. How many? The lieutenant has been tracking your eye movements. 8. I was pretty off then. I counted 20. Same guys are going back and forth. Never got the hang of it. Hyperopia? He points to his glasses. You see anything out of the ordinary? A heavy one. 200 kilogram imprint. 200? He thinks for a moment. Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavy-built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man. You might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely. Maybe one of them was carrying him over. Possibly, yes. The lieutenant marked something down in his notebook. But why? You're thinking, why did they have to carry him? Yes, they could have just used a makeshift stretcher or marched him up to the gallows. Maybe the victim wasn't conscious. Even easier to carry on a stretcher or between 2 men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see? Light step. Number 41 shoe. A woman or a kid? I don't think there's any way to be sure. Understood. Anything else? An aberration. One sole is smoother than the other? Interesting. Let's name this Odd Sole. Do you have any ideas, Lieutenant? Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbour? You think for a second. Or maybe a drummer. So one of the people we're looking for is a drummer? No, it's not. Forget I said it. We're not looking for a drummer. You raise an index finger. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. Nod thoughtfully. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? Yes, prudent. The lieutenant writes the information down in his notebook, then reverts to the tracks in the mud. How old do you think these tracks are? A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller who reported the hanging. It's not impossible. How do you know? I pulled last week's forecast for the coastal river. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of the hanging, was the last warm day. Correct again, sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago. How do you think What do you think happened here? What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching. Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy. I think we have a firm understanding of what happened here. The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself. Either way, he concludes, what else? They've been through all of it. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes. So now that we've got all this perception, we can hit a whole bunch of different new stuff that we haven't seen before. That's real interesting. Oh, hang on, what's this? Didn't see that before either. Pile of Eternite. An inconspicuous pile of roofing material. Eternite. Perception. 58. What is this? It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing metal slided against the old shack. 58, I'll try it. Because there's a secret door behind the panels of Eternite, that's why they're too orderly. Pull the panels aside. There it is, you see a shabby little door. Shit's happening. What's this then? A tool shed? He peeks inside. Let's investigate. Let's. Alright, what do we got? Oh, there's lots in here. If we can find some money, that'd be super. More than that. More than 40 cents, smartass. A silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder. Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. Lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. There's a good vague way to ask him where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean. Someone has narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere? Perhaps not. He looks at you. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, he points to the ladder in the corner. See this ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbour, no? A secret path the local kids use. Sure. Poster says, get out of the way or get fucked up. It's actually a full slogan from an aggressive youth-oriented campaign. An empty tube of magnesolum, magnesium supplement. Cured pig's head, looks mummified. Free jacket. Where are you going? We're just going this way, huh? The doorway is going to collapse soon. I don't want to be standing under it when it does. Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. What is this? Postcard. More money. Man, it's going to take a long time to get 130 Rio at this rate. A long ass time. What do we got here? So we can get some health back. Looks like someone's left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back. You son of a gun, it's a cop's cloak. Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia. You have a habit of being careless with your equipment. He judges the drop. You can probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day. No way. You really think this cloak is mine? Should I go for it? Jump. The cloak. I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it, he looks over the ledge at the cold pavement below. Well, we just need to step over this onto this bit, right? It doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meters tops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you. That'll kill me. The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide. Yeah, my badge, probably. The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. Then he turns back to the sad piece of fabric flapping in the wind. What exactly are we doing up here? I was under the assumption we could ask the leader of the union to help us get the body down. That's why we're here, right? Doesn't wait for you to answer. I'm not going to jump for it, I'll die. Oh, he wants to talk to me. What up, G?
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria manager for damages yet. You should take care of that then. I don't have the money. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM should be sleeping in the streets. We'll figure something out. Alright. But we just found our way here. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens. Alright, we're gonna wrap this episode up, but first we'll go back and see if he'll let us sleep there. If we can convince him to let us stay and we'll just pay him later or something. Are you going to stay up past 10 o'clock? Man, his arm must be so muscular. He's been throwing rocks at that thing all day. The arms of a monster. Fingers crossed. Tell you what, I'll do karaoke for you.
Can I help you?
It's about that money I owe. I was wondering if it becomes some sort of arrangement for tonight. Does that arrangement include you paying me what you already agreed you owe me? Kim is about to say something, let him. He adjusts his glasses. I understand your predicament as a manager, however, I feel I must remind you we're here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business. Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking and... He stops mid-sentence. I mean no offense, it's really nothing personal, I just have to protect the interests of the establishment. Hold on, I still have my key, you know. Good luck trying to use it. He taps his foot against the metal box installed at the back of the counter. All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock. This conversation isn't going anywhere, is it? Not until you bring me the money. Okay, he turns to you with a heavy sigh. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use. When you're done here. Really? Like what? Can I sleep in your car? I'll pay you back tomorrow. I'm an honest cop. As a police officer, you must understand that I cannot take your word without evidence. He pauses, realizing the contradiction in his statement. Evidence being money. You can't stay here without money. Alright. Well, let's go check out his motor carriage. We need to pack it in for the night, man. We've been policing too hard. Alright, let's see what we can find here. What do you got, Kim? What can we do? I have something here we could sell. Look in the back. In the suspect transport enclosure. Look in the suspect transport enclosure? The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark. I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal. Thanks, I appreciate your help. Take the spinners. The lieutenant nods as he takes the spinners. Where's the pawn shop? Oh, wait, the pawn shop was south, wasn't it? Over here somewhere. Wasn't it? Wait, what's that? Plastic wrapped macaronis, stamped with humanitarian aid. Yeah. This one. Thank God. What is all this crap? Welcome to the pawn shop. A typical Martinez streetlight sits among the assorted floor and table lamps. Is this a streetlight? Yes, officer, as you can see, it's in perfectly working order. Where did you get this? It was brought to me to be altered. He leans in so the poor pawnbroker won't hear him. We're not here to investigate the theft of city property. He pauses, studying the light, then adds, you have to admit, it's rather clever what he's done with it. How much for the streetlight? 700 real, a bargain, I dare say. A bargain? No, it's not. He's trying to sweet talk you into buying trash. Are you out of your mind? There's one like that on every corner. He rests his elbows on the counter and brings his face closer to the glass. The light has undergone 3 transformations, and every transformation, large or small, has a price tag. The light has been removed and rewired. That's 2 transformations. What about the 3rd? I get how sawing it off and redoing the wiring could add to the cost. What else? He throws you a look of weary patience. The most important transformation is the light's placement among the ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light has become suitable for the use inside the home just a few days ago. Anyway, now that I'm done talking crap...
It's not often that I see officers of the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
Now that the RCM is here, tell me, have you had any trouble lately?
I haven't really had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about the inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travellers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection. I may have something to add to it.
It keeps me entertained.
His attention is drawn once more to the play of light and shadow on the walls behind you. Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what? Is Roy high? If yes, what is he on? 83%. Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while his mind continues to race forward, lucky bastard, he's probably on Pyrrholidon. It's tough to come by on the street. Pyrrholidon? What is that? A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow. Oh, cool. So, could you take off your sunglasses? I need to check your eyes. Why on earth? He staggers away from the glass, but quickly recomposes himself. These are prescription. Can't really see without them. No judgment, just curious. I probably did loads of Pyrrholidon before I lost my memory. I've had to take it, you know, since the People's Pile cleanup. He responds carefully. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. He's taking it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days. The People's Pile? What's that? A bad idea. Some poor leftists built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you too. The People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator and failed immediately after entering service, releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance. Why is it called People's Pile? Construction began during the commune of Revicol. The people continued working on it after the commune fell. They wanted a cheap source of energy for Revicol West. Needless to say, things didn't work out. What is a particle decay generator? A primitive nuclear reactor, also called a pile. Why did it fail? An emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in an explosion. Both a faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the catastrophe. Must have been tough radioactive cleanup. He hesitates. There's a reason why everyone tries to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one's tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, and early deaths, cancer mostly. And we all knew it was coming, even as we were cleaning up as best we could. Whose fault was it that the generator failed? No one's. Everyone's. He sighs and shakes his head. A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor hoping for the best. What do you think's going to happen? How'd you end up running a pawn shop? The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later my second aunt died. Left me the shack and the sort of junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm going to get as far away from Faubourg as I can. Still in the same city, but he shrugs. He shrugs. I like theory more than story. Outward movement. Not vortices. Yeah, you gotta get in those vortices, my man. Alright, we're gonna wrap this episode up here, because we've got a long way to go. There's a lot to talk to him about. So we're gonna talk to him, we're gonna sell the hubcaps, then we're gonna get to sleep, and then we're gonna check up the top roofs and stuff, and hopefully get our uniform, maybe our badge. Till then, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.